It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. That's complete to Jackson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Rattler to the air now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dolphins take over as he records his 10th career INT. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down this. He's got it at the 30. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. On is Katie York for the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. They've got 1st down from the 31. They bring Jackson in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He breaks the tackle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by Chop Robinson. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Rattler setting to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here. The Saints calling for a timeout, their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They send Jackson in motion right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Trey McBride. So that brings up 4th and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. The pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A pickup there of 39. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield. It doesn't work out, but you still have got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Willis. He throws a bullet to the... And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On the run right, throwing deep down the... That's complete inside the 35. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Trey McBride. And now they face 2nd down. Now Rattler. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's brought down after a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's on the move. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They're going for this. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins reduce the lead to just 4. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Breaks the tackle, still going. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Looking to throw, Rattler. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Rattler escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, the secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Rattler. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They bring Jackson in motion. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. It's a New Orleans touchdown. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Willis looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Willis. Looking slant route, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Takes it in, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. Devon A-Chan with a touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A-Chain on the inside give. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. From the 35 on 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He'll throw it. He connects downfield on 4. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 36. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
3rd and long for him here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Rattler to the air now. On target to Jackson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Rattler setting to throw. On the move, headed right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And it sets up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They're now set for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Slot man in motion right. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
Here's a quick throw to the left. And he's brought down at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Groupie sends it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for A-Chain. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now off play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third down run from A-Chan. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Play action on 1st down. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Willis to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
from the 48. Throwing deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Willis. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
That one's complete, right side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Gonna get 18 yards there. And that's gonna give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Getting out to his left. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He'll throw again on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Rattler. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now Rattler. He's loaded another one up. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins have some new life in the 4th. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Here's Willis. On the move, headed right. On the run, they connect on the deep shot. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw, here's Willis. Escapes out to the left. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Willis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
It's caught left side by Hill. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Willis looking to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well, because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Here's Willis to the air. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
Willis now. Chased out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big game downfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down out to his left. He's trying another one deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Rattler back to throw. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, New Orleans. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead yet again.
Dolphins 21.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Willis to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Trying to push it deep downfield. Throw left side, complete. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field.
And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Devon Achane with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He's throwing for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing his Rattler. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
They get 28 out of that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Rattler to the air now. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And they've got themselves another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. He brings it in. And that will not be enough for a first down. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Rattler. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. He's on the move. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's caught at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.